Good good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. The Committee on Rules shall come to order. We're a couple minutes behind schedule. So I asked the clerk to take roll. Just a couple minutes.
Chairman Respicio.
Present.
Senator Tom Atta.
Present.
Speaker Wampat. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Uggan. Senator Sinicolas. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Yamashita. Mr. Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion that we excuse the COR members that are not present today.
So moved.
It's been moved. There's no objections, so ordered. I'll entertain a motion that we accept the COR meeting minutes from May 12, 2014, subject to correction. It's been moved. There's no objections, so ordered. Ongoing COR business. I'll entertain a motion that we table this section.
So moved.
Yeah. It's been moved. There's no objections, so ordered. New COR business is always ongoing. So in item 5, ratification of referrals, I'll entertain a motion that we ratify the referrals of bill numbers 330-32 through 362-32, all the appointments that are attached, all the resolutions that have been attached, and all the referrals of rules and regulations, all of which have been attached. Okay, it's been moved. There's no objections, so ordered. On the establishment of the session agenda, I'd like to recognize Madam Speaker for your request. There being none, Mr. Vice Speaker, I'd like to recognize you for your request.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, there's only one bill that I want on, and that's 316. I believe that's the committee report that you have before you.
Okay.
And
Okay, the Vice Speaker is correct. The committee digest and all the testimony submitted for the minimum wage bill has been uploaded. The only thing pending is the committee action. But as we've done before, we've moved bills on the agenda subject to the filing of the committee report. But it's been online as the Speaker and Vice Speakers insisted. So on the motion to place the minimum wage bill, whatever version is reported out of committee. Is there any objections? There being no objections, so ordered. Senator Barnes?
I do not have anything.
Okay, thank you. Only because the session is a condensed session. She has a lot of bills, but she's agreed that since the session will only be condensed, she's forgoed her willingness to put anything, right? Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. Senator Tom Atta, you have some pressing matters.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to move that Bill 355-32 be placed on the agenda. Bill 355-32 is an act to authorize the Department of Public Works to acquire lot number 150-R3-1R/W in Maritzo for the Piga Bridge Reconstruction Project, and to authorize the department to acquire this property through the exercise of eminent domain. This project, of course, is time sensitive, and so because of that, I'm asking that the bill be placed on the agenda. We had the public hearing last night. The committee will have the bill reported out by Monday at the latest.
Okay, just as the same with the minimum wage bill, there's a motion that Bill 355-32 be put on the agenda, whatever version is reported out of committee, and pending the filing of a committee report. It's been moved. There's no objections. No objections, so ordered. That's it, right? Senator Uggan?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I don't have any particular legislation to proffer and to add to the agenda, but I do need to bring a couple of issues to the attention of the Committee of Rules, should I be able to possibly get it considered by the body sometime next week. One is with regards to the transfer of a small portion of property just to the northeast of the Veterans Cemetery. What it is right now federal funds are being utilized for the upgrade and the expansion of the Veterans Cemetery. The project is scheduled for completion either late August or sometime early September. And in order to allow the Veterans Cemetery to continue to proceed with the construction of the wall, there's a requirement that that small sliver of property be officially transferred to the Office of Veterans Affairs, because that's the entity that has the federal funds. So I will be requesting consideration with the Speaker. Unfortunately, the committee that has oversight over this has not had a public hearing yet, so I will be requesting consideration of the body on Monday with regards to that issue. The other issue I'd like to just bring to the attention of the members of the Committee on Rules is that we do know that GMH has in the last few weeks been requesting for additional resources, and one is especially to utilize or to set up the equipment, the medical equipment that was recently received by Naval Hospital in the amount of $200,000. If I'm able to get the concurrence of the committee chair of health, I'd like to ask a consideration of the body next week, if by any chance Bill number 312, which would allocate the remaining 40% of the GMH Healthcare Trust Fund over to GMH so that they can have access to that. If I don't get the concurrence of the chair of health, then I would have to withhold any action until such time that we're able to work this issue out. Okay, I just want to bring that to the attention of the committee. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Senator Nicholas?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Similar to Senator Uggan, nothing to place on the agenda officially at this time, but I did want to bring to the committee's attention my advocacy for Bill 354 that I introduced. This is an issue with respect to the zoning laws that I'm looking to change that currently do not jive with the placement of political signage on private properties, particularly those signs that are beyond the dimensions limited in the zoning laws. The zoning laws limit them to a certain square footage that is far below what is currently being done right now, and everybody is pretty much in concurrence that freedom of expression, freedom of political participation is paramount to the smooth functioning of a democracy, and so we want to be able to enable our private property owners to comfortably continue the erection of those signages and anything else politically related. And so I introduced Bill 354 for that purpose. And similar to Senator Uggan, if we can get reconsideration sometime next week by the body, I'll continue to work towards that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Senator Nicholas. Okay, I'll also forego making any motions to put any bills on the agenda in the interest of the condensed session that the speaker is only calling us for. So having said that, I'd like to recognize our colleagues to make motions to put a few of their bills on the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I just have one bill, and that's Bill 249. I'd make a motion to place it on the agenda, and this is an act to reprogram the sum of $375,000 to the Department of Public Works for the paving of village streets and the repair of damaged streets. And this is the bill that would take care of the Roy T. Damian Street in Mongmong, which has been plagued with potholes and a lot of challenges over the years, and we just want to go ahead and try and get this done as soon as possible before. Yeah, it's been reported out, and the committee report was filed on May 5th. And the money is there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, on the motion to place Bill 249-32 on the agenda. Okay, there's no objections, so ordered. Thank you, Mr. Minority Leader. Senator Yamashita.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, we request that 3 bills for Senator Tommy Morrison be considered for the agenda. They all have committee reports filed. The first is Bill 317-32. It's an act relative to the crime of fishing.
Go ahead and read all 3 because they're kind of similar here.
An act. The next is Bill 318-32, an act to add a new Article 5 to Chapter 46, Title 9 GCA relative to creating the Computer Protection Act. And then Bill 319-32, an act to add a new Article 3 to Chapter 46, Title 9 GCA relative to creating the Computer Spyware Protection Act.
Okay. On the motion to place those 3 bills on the agenda, 317, 318, and 319, and of course whatever versions are reported out of the committee, there being no objections? There being no objections, so ordered.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any open discussion? Mr. Vice Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On behalf of the chairman of appropriations, since I'm his vice chair. He has asked me to announce to the members of the committee that we understand that the committee has a considerable number of your bills that have not been heard. And I have just been informed that during the month of July, either he or I will be chairing committee hearings throughout the month between the budget hearings to try to accommodate the bills that are currently sitting in the committee. So if some of you would just tell me which ones you feel are urgent that need to be done, I'll talk to the committee about scheduling the hearing. But I've received word from the chair that we can schedule those between the budget hearing next month, so we can get these out. Okay. Just wanted to make that clear that the committee is ready to do that, and I, as his vice chair, or he will be conducting chairing the meetings.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice Speaker. Any other open discussion? Senator Machino?
Mr. Chair, do we know when our next session, after next week, when the next session is?
Let me recognize the speaker. Speaker.
I'm hoping that this will be, this session next week then will be the last session before then we go into session in August, unless, of course, there are other time-certain bills that, again, would necessitate having a one-day maybe session. But for now, we're hoping this will be it because of, as the Vice Speaker had announced now, that means all bills then, I guess, or most of the bills to be considered will be heard, plus the budget hearings and time, of course, that will be needed for the committee to prepare the actual budget packet for August. If time permits in August, and the way we've done it too, is that there will be additional bills that can be placed on the agenda towards the end then of the budget.
So for planning purposes, is session next week going to be Monday and Tuesday?
Yes, we're looking Monday. Yes, we're either Tuesday, more than likely either Tuesday afternoon, depending again, of course, on how we go. It could be Monday morning to vote, but
Monday morning.
I mean Wednesday morning. Thank you.
Okay. If not, if there's no other discussion, Brian, I'd like to entertain a motion that we adjourn subject to the call of the chair.
So moved.
Okay, it's been moved. There's no objections. No objections to order. Thank you, everybody.